What is up, guys? It's your boy Brandon Groce, self-taught designer, and thank you for tuning in to another video. So, with that, what are we talking about today? We are talking about winning an interview or with a client, etc. And then bring up the lack of experience that you have. Meaning your portfolio is filled with concept work and they seem to have asked you what is your experience and you've never really worked on an actual live project. So we're going to be talking about how to overcome this, spin the interview or the conversation you're having with a client in order for them to see you in a positive light and not just get stuck on the lack of experience. So with that said, guys, if you guys are new to this channel, my name is Brandon Groce. I'm a self-taught designer and I work with large brands such as Disney, Dannon, and Huggies. So with that said, this channel is all about being the best you can be and getting paid like you should. So if you haven't already, like this video and subscribe to this channel because you're going to learn a lot here. And with that said, back into our topic of what to do when faced with lack of experience in an interview or a client meeting. In the event that you have your portfolios consists of a lot of concept work, or mainly concept work, and not really a particular, whether they're small experience projects, etc. So when we get into this meeting, of course, one of the questions of the hiring manager is going to be, what are your experience with X, or what is your experience with these type of projects, or do you have experience on an actual project at all? One of those questions. And so how we respond to this could be in multiple ways, but we want to come at it at a positive angle, because of course we just don't want to leave it as, yes, I don't have experience in doing that, and leave it at that. First, answer the question, yes, I do not have experience with X, but with my understanding of the process and with my skill set, I am able to, just as you see in my portfolio, create this, and like this to achieve a certain result. And result meaning, since you haven't really worked on an actual project, the result is actual being able to demonstrate good design skills and also to talk about the rationale behind your design. Those are the key things. These are the things that allow you to do work regardless of what the work is, whether it be real or not. Because if you can talk through your design and speak about your rationale, those are the things that people hire designers for. This is what you're going to be able to do in the real world. So if you can explain to them, if you say, no, I don't have experience with this, but if you look at my portfolio with my skills, and as seen in my portfolio, you can see that my design skills are of this quality, and I'm able to run, and you're able to run through the rationale behind why you did certain things in the works, in the pieces in your portfolio. That's sort of shifting their answer. So you say, no, I don't have experience. But then you say, but I do have the skills and the ability, good understanding of visual design and user experience as seen in my portfolio. Go into your portfolio and explain about how you understand good visual design and good user experience design. Therefore, you've answered their question and also positioned yourself as someone who understands fundamentals or more about UI and UX. So you've said no to you've told them, you've answered this question, but you've also positioned yourself in a way that shows them that you're very skillful in both, in what they need designers for, what they hire designers for, which is being able to do the visuals and be able to explain why they did what they did, the rationale. That's how you spin that question. You answer it and then you say, I'm very versed in the UI design skills and the ability to explain my rationale. Run them through your projects just as if they were a real client. And again, this takes actual rehearsal. So before you go to these client meetings or before you go to these interviews, know specifically what you're going to say about that piece. This is important. Remember, if you guys have watched my other interview videos, you have to win the interview before you're sitting down in that chair. So with that said, guys, once you answer their question like that, you answer it, then you bait and switch the conversation to empower your actual skill set and show them that you have the capacity and you already have the ability to do the work. You just haven't had your hands on it yet. People are more likely to hire somebody like that. If you have the skills and you have the ability to speak about what you've done and all they need to do is just show you their own work process within that company, you're gonna get hired a lot easier rather than someone who didn't go about this question that way and they were just like, yeah, I don't have experience doing X. They're gonna check off in their minds, okay, this guy doesn't, or this girl doesn't have experience, and they're gonna leave it at that. But you really have to take control. Anytime someone asks a question that would basically penalize you in their mind, you have to redirect. You have to answer it, and then you have to redirect it to make it positive so that you look good. So other than that, really it's just like framing yourself to make yourself look positive, turning the negatives to positives so you look good in the interview. And also just, you know, other things you could add to at the tail end of that conversation is just saying, you know, with that, I've looked at your guys' work and I'm extremely excited to work with your team. I've seen the work you did, this project here and this project here, and I really researched your process and how you did things, and I was really intrigued of how you did those things, and that is why I'm here, and I'm looking to work with larger teams that work on larger projects for real clients. So recapping, you've answered your question of, no, I do not have experience, but I do have great knowledge on visual design and UX, and then you run them through your portfolio to basically back up what you said. You know that you understand good visual design and good UX and rationale. Run them through your portfolio to back up what you just said, and then you end that conversation with, and you know, the reason I'm here is because I'm really excited to work with teams and on projects for real clients at your guys' caliber. So that's how you want to attack this question. Other than that, guys, this is a very short video, but I have gotten quite a few messages about how to deal with clients and hiring managers, or just people in agencies, or just anybody really looking to get a UI UX job, and they keep running against this question. They're not sure of appropriate response. So that's how you want to go about it. Keep things positive. Always move things into your favor, meaning the questions. So if they ask a negative question of, do you not have something? You could say no, and that's fine. But then you have to say, but I'm really good at this, and then make yourself look better. Okay, it's all about reframing their question that they ask you. So that's how you have to approach these type of questions. And if you're, again, the main thing is the reason that people hire UI and UX designers is because of their visual prowess and because of their UX skills and the ability to speak to others about their process and their thinking behind their design. So if you can do that when faced with this question, and point them at your portfolio and run them through the visual design of why, and run them through the UX of why you did what you did, that's going to be a lot stronger, and they're going to put a big check mark in terms of your experience, because that's what experience gives you. It gives you the ability to explain these things. So with that, guys, I hope this was helpful. So with that, guys, Groce, self-taught designer, out.